Hey everybody, Ryan here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of our best trailer hitch options for our 2012 to 2019 Volkswagen Passat. Up top we have the EcoHitch. Here in the center we have the CURT. And down at the bottom we have the Draw-Tite. Now if I had to personally choose one of these hitches for my own Passat, I think I would choose the EcoHitch because it's going to be more versatile because of that 2" by 2" opening. It's just going to give us a lot more options on stuff that we can use. Now, all three of our hitches are going to have a lot of similarities, but first I'd just like to point out some of the differences. Now, the biggest difference I found is probably in regards to functionality. The EcoHitch is going to have a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening. In comparison to the CURT and Draw-Tite, those are going to have an 1¼ receiver tube opening. The EcoHitch, since it is 2 by 2, is going to be a lot more versatile. We're going to have a lot more options as far as hitch-mounted accessories go. The hitch that is going to be best for you is going to depend on your application. If you already own a handful of 1¼ accessories, you might be just fine with these two. However, if you're going to be in the market for new ones, you're going to have a lot more options with the 2" receiver tube. I'd also like to point out too that you are able to use 1¼ accessories with the 2" tube if you get an adapter sleeve, which you can find on etrailer.com. However, it doesn't go the other way around. You're not going to be able to use a 2" accessory with an 1¼ receiver. The next most notable difference I found is in regards to clearance. The Draw-Tite's receiver tube is going to sit a little further back compared to the other two. So if you utilize a lot of folding accessories, you're going to have just a little more room with the Draw-Tite. The next notable difference that I found is in the hitch's appearance. The EcoHitch is going to have a very thick, durable Hammertone finish, and it's also going to be made from recycled materials. So not only is it going to look good and really stand up to the elements, it's also going to help decrease our carbon footprint. Now the CURT and the EcoHitch are both going to utilize a reinforced collar, while the Draw-Tite is not. The CURT is going to have a thick gloss black finish. The Draw-Tite is going to have a semi-gloss black finish. Now in my opinion, I like the CURT better than the Draw-Tite. The CURT's finish just feels a little bit thicker. But out of all three, I think the EcoHitch is going to have the best, most durable finish. Now all three hitches are going to remain relatively hidden. Pretty much just like the CURT that's on our Passat right now. So when it comes to that finish, really the only thing you're going to see is that receiver tube. So it might not be that big of a priority for you. It's really just all about your personal preference. Now these hitches do have a couple minor differences. And I'll go ahead and start with our EcoHitch first. It's going to have a 5/8" pinhole. Now one of the biggest drawbacks in my opinion with the EcoHitch is its safety chain loop openings. They're kind of small. We don't have a whole lot of room to work with, especially with the pin and clip in place. So you might be limited to using a smaller safety chain hook without interfering with your pin and clip. Now both the CURT and the Draw-Tite hitches are going to utilize a 1/2" pinhole. They're also going to have loop style safety chain openings, which they're a little more open, and we're going to have a little more room to work with as far as how big of hooks we're going to use. And since the Draw-Tite does sit a little further out, it's going to be even a little more easy to access. Now one thing I do want to point out is if you're using the CURT with any non-trailer loads, it does require the use of a stabilizer strap. You can find those on etrailer.com. They're also going to share the same maximum weight capacities. For the maximum tongue weight, it's going to be 200 pounds. That's the amount of weight that's going to be pushing down on the receiver tube opening. As far as the maximum gross trailer weight rating, that's going to be the amount of weight pulling on our hitch. So that'll be the weight of your trailer plus anything you might have on it. Now keep in mind, it is always a good idea to check with your Passat's owner's manual to make sure you can pull that much weight. Now when it comes to installation, the CURT and the Draw-Tite are going to be very similar. The job's going to be straightforward, just a little time consuming. Now when it comes to the EcoHitch, it's going to take a little more time and be a little more involved. But as long as you stay patient and focus, anyone should be able to get it done. When it comes to functionality, since the EcoHitch offers that 2" by 2" receiver tube opening, we found that one is going to be the best choice. When it comes to clearance, since the Draw-Tite's receiver tube is a little bit longer, that's going to be the winner in that category. And finally, when it comes to appearance, since the EcoHitch has that durable Hammertone finish, that one's going to hold up the best against the elements. But if you're going for more of a smooth black gloss look, the CURT is going to be the best choice there. I hope this information helps you when deciding which hitch to get for your Volkswagen Passat.